Hey, what's up? I wanted to do a trust issues sort of part two. I know that maybe like a week or so ago I did a video on trust issues, but I wanted to bring up a really important way that some people choose to respond to trust issues that I think is quite dangerous. And I would like for you to be on guard and really just kind of do some self-examination to see if perhaps you are responding in this way. And that would be seeking to control. So what are trust issues, right? We've gone through a negative experience, something that was hurtful, and now moving forward into the future, we want to make sure that that doesn't happen again. So people are going to respond to that differently. Some people are going to avoid interaction altogether. That would kind of be more in line with my personality. I really don't engage in a lot of relationships because I just don't like the drama. But then you have other personalities of people who, rather than avoiding engagement, they will actually try and go the controlling route. So, in my experience, people who are super controlling seem really confident, and people who are really domineering, they come off very confident and strong. But many times these people are operating from a place of deep fear of being hurt. And that's the reason why they're trying to control, because they don't want to be hurt. So they're either trying to control people or they're trying to control the outcomes of situations that they find themselves in, because they don't trust the people that they're in relationships with, that those people are going to do things that aren't going to hurt them. Their assumption is that they're going to get hurt, so they have to control the situation. And that may be you. One way that I would say that you would know is that if you're in a relationship and you are responding to questions and conversations with whoever you're with, and you are trying to tailor your answers, usually you're trying to control or manipulate. Because instead of being truthful, you're trying to bend reality to go in line with something that's going to make this person think or feel a certain way. And sort of you're trying to like steer it in a way that's going to work for you, right? So that would be what? Seeking control, manipulating the situation. And it's because you don't want to get hurt. You're trying to put yourself in a more favorable position so that this person doesn't hurt you. Rather than responding truthfully and kind of moving on from there, you're trying to control. And so I would be really careful with this, because here is a negative, in addition to the fact that you're being manipulative. One really tragic thing that can happen is, number one, a lot of healthy-minded people are not going to allow themselves to be controlled. And this is where you see a lot of conflict in relationships. You have one person who's really anxious about things and they're trying to just control like where things are going, and the other person's like, you need to like calm down, I don't really feel comfortable with this. So you're either going to end the relationship because the other person is mentally strong and they don't feel comfortable, or the scary part is that person could allow you to control them. And this is where it gets real scary. And why is that? Because now you're dating a pawn. You're dating someone who really is being fueled and motivated by your manipulation and not by a genuine desire to be with you. And that to me is extremely scary. Because now you are always going to be in control of moving that relationship forward, rather than just like a natural affection for one another. Moving the relationship forward is now being moved forward because you're carrying it. And why are you carrying it? Because you were afraid to let things happen naturally. Because you didn't trust that if they happened naturally that you wouldn't get hurt. You thought that if you just let the relationship flow the way it was supposed to, that you were going to get hurt. So you decided to take this whole relationship on your back and carry it the whole way and control everything. So now you're in this toxic cycle of it's not flowing naturally because you're in control. So be very careful about what your trust issues are going to cause you to do. And to do this, you have to have a deep level of self-reflection. So what are some of the ways that you can combat taking control in a relationship? Is dealing with your own problems. You have to have self-reflection. You have to think about, when you're in a conversation with someone, why am I saying what I'm saying to this person? Am I trying to deceive this person? Am I trying to say something to them to hide how I really feel about what's happening? Or am I just being honest and just letting people know where I'm at? Because the reality is we all have issues and problems, right? Like we all have problems. None of us is free from issues and problems. So it's totally fine to talk to somebody about your issues and problems in a relationship. The problem is when you try to hide them, make it seem like you're healthy, and start responding to things and making it seem like the other person is wrong or they're doing you wrong. And what's really happening is that you're just scared. Let's just be real. Like you're just scared that you're going to get hurt. And so you're having a response to that. This is really not about what somebody has done wrong. This is really about the fact that you're scared and you're responding out of fear. So deal with your issues by self-reflection, journaling, talking to yourself. These are things that I have done. Talking to yourself. When you start to feel hurt and triggered, rather than manipulating, rather than passing the blame, sit and think, why is this bothering me so much? Is there a legitimate reason why it's bothering me? Because we can be legitimately hurt and we can speak up and talk about those things honestly. But if you're legitimately hurt by something, don't try and shift the blame to something else. Keep it on what it is. You were triggered by something that happened and move forward from there. Don't try and control. Don't try and deceive. Don't try and manipulate. Walk in truth. Be honest with yourself and with that person. Right? So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please comment. I would love to engage with you. I hope this is helpful. And until next time, I'm signing off. Bye.